Hi, this is Cindy from Cooking Up Success, and I'm back. In my last video, I talked about the Eisenhower model, the four quadrants, and I talked about the top two quadrants, and I asked you a question. So I want to focus on the bottom two quadrants. Quadrant 3 is urgent, not important. And again, this is another deadly quadrant. This is where so many people find themselves either in quadrant 1 or quadrant 3, quadrant 1 being important and urgent. Quadrant 3, that urgent, not important, a lot of people, that's way too many meetings, that's hundreds of emails, it's being called into conversations, it's people knocking and walking in your office when you're in the middle of something, and you don't want you don't want to have a closed door policy, but you're thinking, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. So one of the suggestions and how to deal with that is time blocking. There's a great book on time blocking by Gary Keller. I can't remember the other author, but it's called The One Thing. And one of the things that works really well, and I've used this and several of my clients have, is thinking about emails. So time blocking emails. So going, okay, 30 minutes in the morning, I'm going to do my emails. And then maybe before lunch, 11:30 to 12, I'm going to do more emails. And at the very end of the day, just before I leave or shut my office door, I'm going to do another 30 minutes. And then what you can do is put it out of office and say, I will be checking emails at these 3 times. If you send something outside of those, please expect a delay in my response. It's a great way to manage those. The second thing is on meetings. Ask yourself the question. Ask them, what would you like me to deliver in the meeting? What's on the agenda? What are the action items? If there's no agenda and there's no action items, that's a bit of a worry. But also, many times you're invited to meetings that you really don't need to be there. Sometimes 3 or 4 meetings at the same time. So a little trick with that is actually to say, when they say, well, we'd like you to cover this. So you might say, well, why don't I cover that at the very beginning so I can still deliver that, and then I will take that time back. So some little tips for you. The final quadrant is not important and not urgent. And those are those moments where we get stuck in one of those deep dives. We're doing some research, and we're using AI, and we find all this information, and then we click this link and that link, and before you know it, an hour and a half had passed. So put a little timer on to make sure that it brings you back to where you want to be. Because you want to, as much as possible, get rid of that not important and not urgent quadrant. So that's my little view from Cindy on Cooking Up Success on the Eisenhower model, and sometimes known Stephen Covey model as well. So I'd love to hear what you think. If you find this useful, please share on it, follow me. And if you need any help, get in touch, and have a fantastic day.